Welcome to my Ice Shot Amazon build. It uses Ice Shot's projectile generation along the fork and ricochet support gems to bounce projectiles all over the screen. Amazon's insane crit chance generation and some key notables use these projectiles to trigger Herald device explosions all over the screen. You want a bow with high accuracy and some flat damage or IPD mods. Increased crit chance or damage bonus, attack speed, and levels to projectile skills are also good. Additional arrows are the platonic ideal. In this first clip, I am using a worse bow than in the later clip, but it fires 3 arrows, which is really cool. This build excels in maps like Ravine, Pictured, Augury, Crypt and other maps with lots of walls. In Rituals, the barrier acts as a wall and helps your projectiles bounce. In this second map, I wanted to get some good coverage of a variety of mechanics on a map with walls and with the highest DPS setup I've got so far. I miffed on some snipes, but don't let my inadequacy dissuade you. I had damn near one-shot some T15 map bosses and Ulrith when I am locked in. If you also suck with it, don't take window of opportunity, it makes it much easier. I don't know if I am allowed to use music, so I will just let the game audio play out. speeding through the skill and support gems. There is a link to the build guide in the description. As stated, this build's key is Ice Shot plus Fork plus Ricochet to create a smattering of projectiles. Glaciation is probably unnecessary, but you can freeze a lot of things in one shot, which is super nice. Frost Nexus is also a good support gem. The blue ones are pretty much interchangeable. I just like this setup the best. Try things out and see what works for you. For some reason, my snipe DPS seems low on the tooltip and I'm not sure if that's just the game being wonky or me fucking up. Martial Tempo is nice to help you get it off in short windows, a trick I learned from Perfect Strike on my Smith, but it's not mandatory. Window of Opportunity and Super Critical are huge damage increases. Ice Bite might be a good choice as well, but I'm not sure if it has anti-synergy with the Thin Ice notable. I want to show how accuracy rating versus flat rolls versus crit chance work on this build by mixing and matching some various rolls of gloves and helms I have tried out or saved. As you can see, 200 accuracy rating is equal to approximately 2% crit chance, but high crit chance rolls can be worth more than high accuracy. Using this helm with the high accuracy gloves gives me the most critical hit chance, and I'm still able to balance my resistances, but it is slightly lower DPS, somehow, than having good flat damage rolls. On a budget, you can use the Sliver Tongue unique bow which creates forks on impact and replace the fork support gem in Ice Shot for Scattershot. This is almost identical, but has lower DPS. For this you must use Glaciation to get reliable freezes and keep up your Ice Bite buff. Death's Harp or Splinter Heart are also viable uniques. Spectral Volley is probably really bad on Bowshot, but it reminds me of the Mirage Archer from PoE1 and Bowshot isn't a very serious skill anyway, so why not? On my amulet I am allocating Tainted Strike to further boost my crit chance and also it increases my chill magnitude by a bit, which is nice. If you are struggling to find or afford high accuracy rolls or your accuracy at a distance is really low, the Sniper Notable is a really good way to solve this. This bow is the best one I've crafted or found on the trading post, but I haven't looked in a bit. The most important thing is high accuracy, high physical damage and as many arrows as you can get. Vision runes are pretty much mandatory, because Amazon build. Flat Cold is good to freeze more and high flat lightning can be used to shock bosses. Ideally you want projectile levels on the quiver and amulet as well. I need a high dex roll to fill out my attributes because of my current other gear, but use what you can find or afford. Crit damage bonus and flat damage rolls are very good, and any other damage modifiers, such as attack speed or % increased damage from bow attacks are golden too. I think a penetrating quiver is required, but I'm not sure if other quivers would be good too. I haven't tested them and I don't really want to waste any more currency on maybes. My current bow has a paltry 159 physical damage but over 850 accuracy versus and 1 level to projectiles does much more DPS on the same setup than the other with just over 400 accuracy, 4 levels and 260 physical damage. The rest of the gear is far from optimized. My resistances are overcapped and I'm using some other unnecessary affixes. Once I get my 4th ascendancy point I am going to replace my chest with a pure energy shield chest piece and take the Stalking Panther ascendancy point along with high evasion or hybrid helmet, gloves and boots and see how that works out. I think a sacramental robe would be ideal with the increased start to energy shield recharge. In this case I will also drop Spectral Ward and Beastal Skin and see what is available on the tree. Spirit rolls are not necessary, you can run just Combat Frenzy and Herald of Ice with Precision, Deadly Herald and Clarity or Vitality if you can solve your defenses in other ways, but having Wind Dancer or Ghost Dance gives a lot of comfort. Thank you for watching my video. I don't know if I will make many of these. I don't want to become a creator, but I love this game and will usually post my builds on Mixroll. You can find a link for this one in the description. If you have any questions, I forgot to mention something, or you have suggestions to improve this, please feel free to comment. Have a nice day, exiles.